Editor EToH Ship here. This recording is extremely scuffed because, well, of course, this was rushed. I had to take a break from editing because, well, I got bored editing. And Bundun, if you see this video and you still don't know how all these tricks work, let me know on Discord. It's in the description if you want to friend me. Anyways, enjoy the video. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is EToH Ship, and welcome back to another video. I put a post on my YouTube informing if Bundun needed help with bed trauma. He is free to contact me. But one of my fans who is actually grinding bed trauma said that they also needed help with bed trauma. So I thought, you know what, let's just make a video on the strats. And as always, I have my overlay out, and yeah. Let's get started. Also, before the video starts, if you see this keyboard layout right here, that's the keys that I'm pressing. So make sure you keep this in mind when trying to beat bed trauma using the strats I show on screen. Alright, that was good. Let's go to the start. Not like that. Okay, so for the first part, you can do this normally, but in the normal completion, I wait at the start for like 5 seconds. So that I can like hop on to this spinning platform at the same time right after I do this section. So to keep things simple, I'll just wait until this one shows up, and then I just go and boom, like this. And there's the first trick done. And I just go up like this. Okay, for the second part, just do this. Now this part might be a little tricky, but you might have to go up the truss and then time it with the spinner and just press shift lock at the perfect time, and boom, you have made it to floor 2. Oh, and yeah, that rep is kind of difficult. You'll get used to this. Alright, the second floor. This section actually tripped me up when I was playing bed trauma, but you have to wait until this spinner reaches like this area, and then you'll have to jump on. And always land on the truss like this. Oh boy, this part. This part can be tricky to new players attempting bed trauma. I start with this, but then at this section, I line this section up like this, and then I press D, and then press W right away, and then flick back pretty quickly. And all of this is in slow motion, so here's what it looks like in normal speed. And I go down, get the button, and then go up normally. Oh, and go up normally. And for this section, you could just do this section like that. Just face this section backwards, or you can do that from the side. I'll show what I did in my completion. You can just do this section like this, and then for this section, you can just go into the climbing position and then just jump off like there. And this section is a little difficult, but if you get past it, welcome to floor 3. Now, floor 3 is not that bad. That wraparound is a little difficult. So floor 3 isn't that bad, but there are 2 sections that you need to worry about. The first section is, well, the one I just did, this section. And you have to climb on this, and you have to do like a head hitter. It's very weird. And then this section. So what you have to do is jump on the perfect time to the truss, and then stand on this one for a bit, and then jump down to the block, and then do like a head hitter or something, and keep climbing on the blocks until you reach this section. And that's all the tricks for floor 3. Just make sure you don't stumble up on this wrap. Oh boy, this section. Now this section may be a little difficult to get correct, and luckily I'm here to help. The first thing you have to do is go to the first button normally. Right after you get the button, flick back really quickly, and then do the section as normal. But if you miss it, like I just did, then you'll have to start over. And it doesn't matter what you do, right after you climb this truss, that button will still be active. So if you fall from, let's say, floor 7, and you fall all the way down to floor 4, if you fall to the start, you're safe. That wraparound can be a little tricky, but luckily if you see my overlay, then you'll be able to get this spot free. And there's a lot of like difficult wraparounds. And then there's this section. I climb onto like right here, right now. And then right after I go up to the ceiling, turn around a little bit, and go up to the edge. Be at the perfect spot to jump to the the platform. And I'll put this section in slow motion just so that you can see what I've just, where I lined up to. Okay, and after you do that, welcome to floor 5. This floor can be a round ender because of the amount of tricks and stuff, like this head hitter, where you just do that. I also did a kind of a difficult head hitter. This wraparound is a little difficult, but good enough, and that flick is also a little difficult, but if you know what to do, you're good enough. And then this tight squeeze in, wraparound to here, here, and then you go onto this truss, and then this section. So what you do is you go to one area, and then you line this up like a long jump, and then long jump up, press shift, and while pressing a movement key, wait until you press W at the ladder and then press W as you're climbing up the ladder. And you can do this on both sides. I did it on the right side. And I'll put this in normal speed so that you can see what this looks like in real time. Alright, and with that, just one more difficult jump. Just don't overcomplicate this jump. Yeah, that jump is really easy to mess up. So if you mess up that jump, don't feel bad about that. You've gotten a newbie. Just do one more head hitter like this. Climb on the truss. If you fail, you can just do it over and over again. And welcome to floor 6, the halfway point. There's a question mark at the end of that because the actual halfway point is floor 7. We'll get to that in a bit. And anyways, this first section is kind of self-explanatory, just don't mess up on the truss. And this one you have to wait until the platform is like right there and then jump on. And if the platform is like right here, jump off. And make sure you don't overcomplicate this truss and this ladder. You can mess up. Oh. And here we have our first choke point. This tight jump. It is really easy to mess up. Since if you fail, well, it's all the way back to floor 1. But if you see what I am pressing, then you should be fine. And then this truss is fairly simple. This jump can be failable, but you know what you're up against, it's really fine. And then this jump needs to be done sideways. Truss normally, and welcome to floor 7. The first notable hard part is this section, since if you try to jump up now, you get at least no height. What I recommend is doing like a flick on the truss, just so that you get the perfect amount of distance in order to land. But if you used to be like me and done with 60 FPS, then that's also possible as well. And then there's this gameplay that's not that hard. This could be a little difficult if not done properly, but yeah. And then there's this jump where all you have to do is just treat this like a long jump. That jump can also be a little difficult, but you can do it like that, or you can just do it like this. Both ways work fine. But if you want to be like me in the past, you can do this. And then this truss is fairly simple. This long jump is not that bad. And then these wraparounds. Now these two are not bad. This one could be a real choker. And with that, welcome to floor 8. Anyways, floor 8.
In the background. In the background. Clap, 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 clap.
Yeah. Yeah, Smurf is also in the VC. Which, if you're wondering why, you should join our server. You should join my server, Congregation City. Link is in the description. And if you play EToH and you're famous for other stuff, you get the Legends role. Anyways, floor 8 is fairly simple. There's not enough hard parts. This can sometimes trip. This structure can sometimes choke you up if you're not properly executing it as expected. But yeah, wow, English is hard. This truss can be done two ways, like this or like this. And all these jumps are fairly simple. This truss can only let you go this way. And after that, welcome to floor 9. Oh, if I can get this. Welcome to floor 9, where the first jump you have to just turn around like this. It's difficult, but I'll put the footage down in slow motion so that you can see what I'm pressing. This wraparound is a little difficult. This spinner could also be easy to understand. And now we get to the first hard section in floor 9, which is this section, where you can just wrap around. Yeah, this is a real choker. Stand in the middle here and jump. If you are aligned with these two, then you can do this jump perfectly fine. Line up and then just and then just wrap around and climb on the truss like this. It's really hard though, so don't feel bad if you fail this because you are expected to fail that jump. And the second hard part is this section right here. For this section, you have to stand in the two parts of the part right here. And if you're not in the perfect position, just jump up and jump back. Go on this part and then jump to here. And yeah, those are the only hard parts of 9. And welcome to floor 10. That wraparound is a tricky one. If you fail, you'll just try this over and over again. And next up is this jump right here. In order to do this jump, line up with the part, and then if you're ready to jump, press D and shift at the exact same time. And while you're moving, press spacebar a split second after. And here's what this looks like normally. And for this spinner, wait until that platform's like right there. And this spinner... What? Let me start that over. And this truss could be a little difficult. I have failed that truss once in a real run on the same day that I beat the tower. So yeah, the final climb. Are you ready? Let's do this. Now before you proceed to the final climb, be prepared to fail at least once. If you fail once, then you're completely fine. But if you fluked the entire final stretch, make sure you don't die, because I nearly died when I beat this tower. So if you fail the final stretch at least once, that's completely okay. If you need to take a break after failing the final stretch, that's completely fine. And with that out of the way, let's do this. There are only a couple hard jumps in the final climb, surprisingly. For this one, you can press a movement key and just press W. You can do this on both sides. I normally do this on the right side, so you can press D. Now the first notable hard jump is this one. All you have to do is line up like this, so that you are about like 30% of the way through the platform until you are like, one of your foot is like aligning with the corner 45 degrees apart, and then jump and then turn around. Now you can encounter the 120 FPS bug here. All you have to do is just climb up high. And for this I could just high jump up to here. Well, the first structure is easy enough. That is the entire second structure. On to the third structure. Where there is one hard part. This jump. Or you could say this one is also one of the hardest. All you have to do is to just not overcomplicate them. And then this jump is fairly free. And then with that, we're moving on to the fourth structure. And also, I forgot to say that there are 6 structures in the final climb. So yeah, this section is there's not that many hard parts in the fourth structure, but you have to wait until the truss spinner is in a comfortable position for you to jump on. And welcome to the fifth structure. You can easily fail that jump. I'll put this in slow motion so that you can see what I'm pressing. All you do is just a head hitter, but instead, you're not facing this way, you're actually facing sideways and looking down. By the way, looking down is actually a really good strat when doing Roblox parkour. And then this one, you can do this in 2 ways. You can do this more safely and more difficult by doing it like this, or you can do it like me and do it more risky but easier by doing it like this. Just don't forget that if you're doing the most risky way, you're most likely going to fail the final stretch. And if you do this the easy way, you're most likely going to fail onto like the truss, or worse, down to there or something. And this wraparound should not be overcomplicated. This one is tricky though. You have to line up the truss like this, and then you have to flick right there. It sounds like it's a bug, but it's completely okay. And now, the final structure. There's one hard jump in the final stretch, or basically 2 if you count this, which it should not be overcomplicated. And this hard jump is this one. Now this is the final jump of the Tower of Bent Trauma. So you have to line up to these two. Use alignment keys to align yourself. Tap the right bracket 3 times. And then you have to press shift, 2 movement keys, so W and D, and then press spacebar a split second later, and then press shift again. And here's what this trick looks like normally. And right after you climb the truss, you have just completed the Tower of Bent Trauma. Hopefully you learned something new, and if you're going to beat Bent Trauma, and if you don't know the strats, you can look up commentary videos, but if you came across my video, leave a like, and hopefully this is for Bundan when he gets back to Bent Trauma and learns all the strats, since this video might be helpful. And with that, make sure to like and subscribe for more. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.